Dabbers, and welcome back to another Dab 2000 video and another remake podcast. If you don't know, I'm Dab 2000 and this is my co-host
Dab 2000 Jr.
And today we are going to remake Solo, a Star Wars story. Now,
is that what the movie's called?
Yes.
A Star Wars story?
It's actually called Solo, a Star Wars story.
That's weird.
It is a weird name. Now, before we start diving in and everything about this film, I like this film.
I don't though.
He doesn't. And I can understand this movie does have some flaws and it's not that good. So I will remake it as well because, I think my version's better than the actual movie. But someone actually thinks it's like their worst Star Wars movie.
It's me.
Yeah. Why is that, Junior?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
It's just not that good. I've only seen it once.
No way. No way.
I'm not capping. I don't cap.
You've only seen this movie once? Dude, I live with him. And how do I not know he's only seen this movie once? Was it only in theaters and that's it? Because we saw this movie in theaters.
Yeah. That was it.
You haven't seen it since? You haven't even seen, scenes from it again?
Nah. Shit, tripping.
I'm speechless. I actually thought he actually rewatched this. I've seen it again.
I might rewatch it. It wasn't that good, so I don't care about it. All I know is Chewie, Lando, Han. That's all I really care about.
You don't care about the new people that they introduced?
Oh, I also care about Darth Maul.
Bruh.
But
Oh. Darth Maul is not in my thing. I didn't add Darth Maul.
why?
Because it didn't make sense to have Darth Maul
It
in
really didn't.
Han Solo movie.
It didn't make sense that he the end of it.
And you're probably wondering, of course, why are we making a Star Wars theme podcast today? It's because Ahsoka is coming out next week, and me and Junior are super duper excited. And that's number 2 and number 3 of my most viewed videos is the 2 Ahsoka trailers we reacted to.
Yeah.
So we are so hyped for this. We saw Thrawn in live action in the trailer, and it looks amazing.
You want to say your podcast first or me?
Well, before we do that, we're gonna talk about what we've seen recently. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem.
It was bussin'.
Oh, what? Wait, what do you mean by that?
The slushy was bussin'.
At our AMC, they had a green apple,
Slush.
icy,
I
they themed it after Ninja Turtles.
thought it was pretty decent. Oh, and if you guys know the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle popsicles and how they only did Raphael, they released a new one for this movie, and it's Leonardo.
Yeah. And we also did a podcast about a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie. It should be our 8th episode. Isn't this crazy that this is the 9th episode we've done?
Yeah, we've done a lot of these, and this is once we get to 10, we're done.
Nah, that's not happening anytime soon. But the next couple weeks of this podcast, usually we pick stuff that are coming out and we'll do something from the lore or whatever.
Yeah.
September is a pretty
Bussin' year.
No. September is a pretty bland month. There's not that much stuff coming out except for Ahsoka.
And
So we're gonna get creative with the next.
Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle's coming out this Friday.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are we seeing it?
What do you think? I got a job.
Oh, that's cap.
Alright, so yeah, we're gonna get creative with episode 10 through maybe 11 of this podcast. We're gonna do some weird movies that we'll probably like not other ones would come out. So we're gonna do some weird movies for our
Like
next
we'll
couple.
do Return of the Jedi.
No, you do not say those two on this podcast ever. We will never touch those movies, ever.
But do you know what we will be touching?
Why do I feel like this is sus? This is getting real sus. You want to finish your sentence?
Can't remember what it's called.
All right. So let's just dive in.
You know what we will be touching? Spies in Disguise.
No, well.
I'm joking. It's such a good movie.
All right, so let's dive into like some things about this movie. This movie's 2 hours and 15 minutes long. Came out in 2018, so that was like 5 years ago, which is insane. It has a Rotten Tomatoes score of 69, and an audience score of 63. So it's pretty fresh, but like barely on the edge of good. And the director by Ron Howard.
The Duck.
All right, so I've heard that Junior is gonna go first today.
Fine.
Wait, you didn't want to go first?
I guess I will.
All right.
So
Junior's gonna go first with his solo script.
So the movie starts out.
So you went for a movie.
Did you? You want one show?
Hey, don't look at my notes, boy.
You hot dog. Okay, but so the movie starts off with Lando playing the card game.
Okay, so you kept Lando.
Did you add Lando?
You'll see.
If you didn't add him, I will throw my bottle at you.
My bottle of water at you.
You can't even say it right.
All right,
Can't do the
continue.
meme. Okay, that's it. Your turn. Okay, so the movie starts off with Lando playing cards, and then there's like a ton of weird people playing with him.
Of course.
And then there's playing, and then Lando's like, they're like putting coins on who would win.
Like putting credits, right?
Yeah. So Lando wins and gets all the credits.
By
Cheating?
Yeah, he cheats in the movie.
I know, but not in mine.
Oh.
I'm joking, he does. Because I don't know.
Here's the problem about the real Solo movie.
Huh.
The villains.
Yeah.
Not that memorable. And the script is why. Continue.
Can I talk?
Yes, I just said continue.
Okay, so, and then Han Solo walks in.
Yes,
And
sir.
he says, "Can I speak with Lando?" And he says, "Why you can't
Who?
speak?"
Like a guard pig type person.
No, he's because you have to pay money to get into the place.
Oh.
And then he says, "You can't. Lando's busy in this round." And then what he does is he pulls a gun and puts it to his chest. And he's like, "Let me in now." And then he goes like, "Fine, all right," and then lets him in.
Okay, all right.
And then, so Lando and Han meet. So Han goes to Lando, and then my bad guy is actually pretty cool. I'm trying to say.
You're a bad guy?
Yeah, I did some research on him, some more.
When? You don't even write notes anymore.
I
How
know.
did you do
A while
research?
ago, I did some research on this guy, so I know a little bit more. And it turns out they're actually enemies. Han Solo and my bad guy.
So is it a clan?
No, just Han Solo and the bad guy.
It's the guy that kills Jedi.
Huh? Okay. So,
It is?
I said, okay, let's continue.
Okay, sorry.
So, Han and Lando talk, and he says, "I need your help. There's this bad dude trying to, kill his, home planet and destroy it." You know what? The guy's too weak to do that. That's not right.
Wait, what?
I can't do that. The guy I'm thinking of is, I don't think he has enough power to destroy it.
A planet?
Yeah. So...
Oh, I'm curious who this is.
So he was like, "This guy, I've been in a." This is actually a true story. This is how they met.
Okay.
me and him, and then Han.
Well, actually, how they met is Solo, but the real one.
No, with Han and Lando.
Yeah.
No, Han and the bad guy. Han's telling Lando like the story of how they met and how they know each other.
Han and Lando.
No,
oh, no, the
Han-
Bat villain. My bad.
So, so he goes like, me and him were racing, and then I kicked him, and then I kicked his speeder.
I kicked his speeder over.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
This is why I don't like making these. So,
I kicked his speeder. I'm sorry. Ow. Alright, continue.
so he goes like, I kicked his speeder over. Like they were racing, he kicked his speeder, and it like rammed, and he like banged his head against the rocks and
Dun.
fell down. Dude.
Money. Sorry. I gotta take advantage of memes. Alright, continue.
No, I don't want to do this anymore. We're only like 2 minutes in to my movie.
Wait, actually?
Yes.
Alright, continue.
We would have been like 10 if you stopped being
10 minutes. Only 10. Alright, continue.
a Roblox kid. So basically, and then he goes like, we need to find this guy before he destroys everything that I love, and like destroy everything you love too.
Or just the galaxy. Well, no, you said he couldn't destroy a planet.
So he's like, we gotta stop him before.
Why does Lando? Does Lando know the villain or?
Well, kinda. He goes like,
But who
he
is
goes like,
this guy?
who's the name? He goes like, who's the name? And then Han goes and he's like, you'll find out.
Bruh, cliffhanger.
And then, Han's like, you still got the Falcon? And then Lando's like, yeah. And so then they go like, let's try to find him in that. He's like, got it. So then they get in the Falcon and like fly around the galaxy.
Yep.
And then Han like gets on the like board thing.
Bored.
Like thing that like you see the planets.
Oh, like a boarding pass thing.
That thing. It's like from Jedi Survivor too. You know, like you can select a planet.
Is it like Solo?
Yes.
Beginning?
Yes. So then they go and search up the thing to find out where the bad guy is.
Yeah.
So then they see the planet that's pointing that he's at.
Yeah.
So they go there and it's Tatooine.
Obviously.
Yeah. So then
It's just like, do you have to go to Tatooine for each planet?
Yeah.
I don't go to Tatooine in mine.
okay. But so they fly there, land, and then they like search around, and then they go in the cantina and get like milk, blue milk.
Blue milk.
Yeah.
Can't be regular milk.
Yeah, it has to be blue milk, and it can't be green milk because green milk's excessive statue.
Well, first off, green milk is disgusting.
Yeah. Anyway.
It comes out from a...
Should we cut that out? Okay. So
It's
so-
true.
so
Alright, continue.
Han like sees him in the corner of his eye, and he
The villain?
yeah. So he runs up and like pulls his gun, and you realize it's not him.
This dude's like, whoa, take it easy.
And then he
Spion."
walks, and then the bad guy walks in. He's like, couple of chocolate milk for the boys.
No, we already said
He goes like,
it's gotta be blue.
I know, he goes like, couple of blue milks for the boys. So then they get the milk, and then Han, like, and then they meet each other,
Yeah.
and then Han, like, walks up to talk to him. He's like, stop what you're doing. You don't need to do this. I'm sorry about what I did to you a long time ago. Please forgive me. He's like,
So the flashback, how they met, were they like teenagers and stuff?
I don't
Because
really
you said
know.
it was like a while ago.
I don't really know, but and this is a true story of the
I was
guy in
gonna
the Star Wars
A
universe.
true story. We don't have real. We can't go to Tatooine.
Okay, so basically, well, we can go to the desert, but so basically, he goes like no, and then they like other troop, and then Han's like pulls out his gun and puts it to the bad guy's head, and then like a ton of troopers like like aim at Han, and then the bad guy goes like, put the gun down. You don't.
Do we not see who the villain is yet?
No, you do, but I just don't want to tell you.
Tell me, please.
So Han gives the gun to the bad guy, and the bad guy's like, give me the gun. So he gives it to him. And then Lando's like outside in the Falcon because he doesn't want anyone to rob it.
Yeah.
So like they like say, and then the bad guy goes like, follow me. So then they like get in his ship, and then Lando sees them capturing Han. So when the bad guy and Han and them fly away, Lando follows them in the space.
Okay.
And then they all go in like hyperspace, and then Han and the bad guy like talking to each other.
Yeah.
About like, and then the bad guy's like telling him like why he's destroying the world, how he will, not destroy the world, but destroy everything he loves.
Yeah. Can I know who this villain is yet?
No.
Alright. Continue.
So then they're like talking, and then when they get to the bad guy's like land, his like planet.
Yeah. What's the planet? Just a made up one?
Yeah, kind of like a newer one. So then it's a base like in the middle of the ocean.
So it's kind of like Camino.
Kind of like Kamino, kind of like
Scarif.
Kenobi, kind of like Scarif. It's all like that.
Yeah.
So Star Wars likes doing the ships in the middle of the ocean. So
Yeah.
it's like not that big though.
Okay. Yeah.
But it can hold like 8 ships, like 8 Millennium Falcons, which is pretty decent.
Yeah, that's not bad.
But there's no like inside, there's no railings, there's a ton of crates.
So they're like landing on crates.
It's like a crate place where all the crates are.
Okay.
So when they like land, they tie Han to one of the crates and they're about to push him in.
Dang.
And then the Millennium Falcon and Lando, they like land under the base because it's like a little high up off the ocean.
So it's kind of like hovering over the ocean.
Yeah, it's kind of like, what's that show? Resistance, that?
But that's under the water.
It's not.
The big ship?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Not the whole time.
Well, most of it is.
Some of it is. But, so...
I'm not crazy.
You like, yes, you are. That's only
No,
the last
it's-
episode. Okay, I'm not going to debate over this. But, so, they, like, he
The
lands...
villain's Kaz.
No, it's not! So, Lando, like, gets in the elevator and goes up to get to where all the ships are and the bad guys, and he sees Han about to get pushed in. So, Lando, like, puts detonators all over some of the ships.
Okay.
But the Millennium Falcon won't explode because it's underneath everything. So, then, like, Lando grabs Han, because all the bad guys, like, walked away to get some more crates. So then they so then he grabs Han and like gets him untied and gives him a gun, and then they're like, hey, you stop. So then they're like all shooting each other.
Yeah.
And then,
Gunfight.
yeah, gunfight. And then the bad guy, he like hears guns and he walks out the door. He's like, what's going on here?
Shoot.
What?
I just remembered something. I forgot to get Funko Pops for this episode.
Oh, we have them.
I know.
You wanna end this? Go get them and record it.
No.
Okay.
I just remembered. I forgot our props for this episode.
It's fine.
It'll be fine.
So it's almost my movie's almost over, but
Actually?
yeah.
Oh, bad.
So
Pretty short movie.
yeah, I tried to make some shorter than the others, but so they basically fight each other,
Yeah,
shooting.
we're trying to make this episode shorter then.
Yeah, and then the detonators explode, and then
Yeah.
like everyone goes flying off, and then some people go like flying off the thing and like.
Wait,
into
is this
the
like the
ocean.
final battle?
Yeah. And then the bad guy.
That's really short, because, like, you have the beginning.
Well, I wanted to make this shorter. If there was a real movie, it'd be longer, but I just want to make this shorter.
You're just getting, like, the
main details.
main details now.
So
I
then
understand
they're like, and then Han puts down his gun and so does the bad guy. And I'll tell you, let me tell you the bad guy.
Yes.
Dead Djarin.
Din Djarin.
Oh,
wait,
no.
I was wait. The Mandalorian is the villain?
Dengar.
My boy.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's actually a true story, though. They are fighting.
Well, I know the Dengar story.
Yeah.
I love Dengar. He's like probably one of my favorite bounty hunters. But Star Wars, please, add him in more stuff. Like Bosk.
Can I just finish?
Like Bosk.
Yeah. So then they're like fighting each other.
Yes.
And then like Dengar's wrap. Dengar's wrap falls off.
Yeah.
His Taco Bell wrap. His wrap falls off his head.
He's a Taco Supreme.
And then like Han sees like all the like burn marks and like damage he caused to his head. He goes like, "Look what you did to me, you punk."
You scrappy looking nerf herder.
So then Han goes like, "I'm sorry, bro. I never should have done that to you. Please, just stop what you're doing. Go to your bed."
Wait, what did you just like? Go to your bed. You're grounded.
Okay.
No, hey, where are you going?
My bed. I gotta drive home, go to bed.
Dude, we live in the same house. What do you mean?
So this isn't our house, it's our studio.
Bro, this is our house.
I know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know it's our house.
It's the only place we film for trailer reactions, podcasts, information.
We don't film Challenge Fun here.
No, sir, that's actually a different place.
Yeah, that's our studio.
AKA art blank. Alright, keep going.
I think they kind of know.
It's a house. Continue.
No!
Alright, continue.
So then Dengar.
Is that the hard?
Dengar says, "You boys get out of here."
You boys get out.
Frick.
This guy just said frick. What? Junior.
Sure, right bad.
What?
I forgot to add Chewy. Okay, let's continue. So then,
oh my gosh, you forgot.
So then Han and Lando like go down the elevator and they see prisoners. So they get them.
You stop like mid and you're like, I forgot that.
So then, dude, we gotta make this episode.
Alright, continue.
So then he sees one named Chewie.
Yeah.
So he frees it.
No, you can't name it Chewie. It has to be Chewbacca. And then Han calls him.
So Chewbacca like goes out, and they like all go get weapons, and Chewie gets the bowcaster. But you didn't know that was what it was called.
No, I knew what that was called.
You knew what it's called, bowcaster.
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. So
I'm
then
not
they
that
get
dumb.
So then you are dumb though. So then they all get in the ship, and then Dengar.
You're gonna give me a.
Cause like Dengar like called the Empire to come to them
That sucks.
for backup.
Yeah.
So then when the Empire comes, Dengar and like all his like men, they get guns, they get like bazookas.
Yeah.
And then they like fire at the Empire, and then as the wind flies away, they see like everyone dies, even Dengar dies. You never know what happens.
No, not Dengar.
So-
No.
You never know what happens.
You can't kill Dengar.
Why?
He's an Empire Strikes Back.
Oh yeah, he is.
He's in that scene.
So then, no, Dengar went in the Falcon with them.
He's been saved. He's been spared. Boy.
Actually, no, that didn't happen.
Wait, is he though?
Huh? Yeah. He is.
He's in that scene?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he is. So
So
you
then-
can't kill Dengar.
So then the Empire grabs Dengar to like work for them, and then like when they fly away, they drop all the people off, and then Chewie refused to go, and he said he wants to work with you and stay, and then the movie ends.
Sweet. And credit scene?
No.
No? Alright, very good.
Now
That's
hurry
cool.
up yours, because my finger hurts and I need an ice pack.
What did you just say?
I don't know.
First off, you forgot Chewie. Put it down.
Let's go by my singing monsters.
Alright, so what Junior teased a couple minutes ago, mine's a show. It makes sense. It's a 6-episode show.
Now you need to hurry up. What the heck?
What?
I was one episode so short.
Because I wanted to write quicker this
Hurry
time.
up.
Alright, so it's a 6-episode show just like Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's just a quick story. Alright, episode 1. The scene opens with Han Solo. This is going to be a hard thing to say. Han Solo in a land speeder being chased by pirates because Han Solo stole something from them. Okay. What was that? Alright, so then after a long chasing, Han loses the pirates and goes into a building to meet the boss, which is Jabba the Hutt. I brought Jabba back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Alright, so Han gives Jabba the thing he stole from the pirates, and Han gets paid and everything. It's all good and stuff. Junior, pay attention. Han's getting paid and stuff, but right before he leaves, Jabba says in his language, you can't read his language, right, Junior?
Yeah.
So, he says that there's a job upcoming, and that they need to, he can get paid big time for it. Okay? Junior?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so he says no and walks to his home, and we see where Han lives right now, and it's like a bad place, and like his home is all trashed up and isn't really doing that good. So,
But
stop. So, and we see all the stuff that happens at night.
yeah.
But Han thinks about it overnight, the opportunity that Jabba gave him, and he says, then he comes in the next day and says that he's in. So Jabba has a team for Han.
Yeah.
It is. His team is Chewbacca.
Yeah.
He's already a person. He just needs to be on. He's on the team, but Han doesn't know who he is.
Yeah.
Then we have Dengar.
Wait, are you serious?
Yes, sir. I love Dengar. So Dengar, Boba Fett, Bosk, Aurora Singh, which is
The girl.
1 second.
I know.
I got photos. Maybe I didn't.
I know who she is.
Did I not get photos? Oh no, I did.
Yeah, I knew that was her.
Wait, that's like a live action version.
What's that from?
I don't know. Is that from the pod racing? Huh.
I know who she is.
Alright, Aurora Singh, Embo. I will show you and you know exactly who he is.
Yep, Embo's a goat.
I just saying, I'm tying this into Boba Fett.
Okay.
If you probably don't remember that one, but
Yeah.
and last but not least, Tobias Beckett, which is the main guy in Solo.
Who's Orlando?
He's not on the team. So the mission is they have to steal a bunch of spices, or trade a bunch of spices with the Pikes.
It's got a little kick.
Okay, so they fly off
Work
to do that,
work.
and the group are talking between each other, so we can have some banner between each other. And then before they even go in the hyperspace, pirates attack their ship. This is just a random ship, just saying, okay? It's not the Millennium Falcon, and it's not Slave One.
Yeah.
It's just a random one, okay? So, they fly off. Wait. Did I just say? Yeah. The pirates attack the ship, and they crash on land.
Wait, is this Ep 2?
No. And they crash on a planet, end of episode 1. Episode 2. Okay? They get out of the ship, and they see the air is breathable, so they can breathe on the planet.
Yeah.
And it's a snowy planet. It's not Hoth. You know what? The snowy planet is the exact snowy planet from Solo. You know, the train heist and stuff. It's that same planet. So they try to see if there's any town, nearby towns. And so Chewie, Han, Tobias Beckett and Dengar are going to look for a town, while the rest stay on the ship to prepare. Okay? So, this is where we get some friendship between Han and Chewie. And on this walk and stuff. And we get some backstory of Tobias and Dengar. I don't have time to explain it, but like...
Did you write it down?
No. But they just get some backstory. So, they find a town, and all the people are Ravengers.
Yeah.
So, Han asks... Hold up. My bad. Alright, so...
I just had to chill when you said that.
So, Han asked the boss of the town if they have any parts for their ship. They say no, but there's a train coming tonight with parts.
Yeah.
So they wait until that night to go on this train. Then they finally see the train, jump on it, and try to figure out which individual cart has the vehicle parts in it.
Yeah.
Until two jet troopers, stormtroopers, okay, come out of the train and start shooting them. So this train is by the Empire, okay?
Yeah.
So Han and Tobias find, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's the Woody Harrelson character. They go in and try to grab parts, but it's hard because there's stormtroopers shooting at them, but they have terrible aim, so. Back on the top, Chewie grabs one of the stormtroopers, like the jet ones, and just rips his arms off. Because that's what Wookiees do. They rip arms off. What?
You learned that from the Star Wars Lego Holiday Special.
No.
Yes.
No, actually I didn't.
Yes.
And Dengar gets some cool kills, too. So they grab the parts, they get on the train, and go back to fix the ship, and they fix it, and they fly away from the planet. That's episode 2. Episode 3, Boba Fett realizes they don't have enough fuel.
Yeah.
They don't have enough fuel to get to the Pikes, so they have to land on a planet to get some more fuel. And the closest planet to them is Utapau.
Yeah.
So, we're getting Utapau back.
Yeah.
Which I feel like it's a really cool planet, and I want to see more of it. So they land on Utapau.
What's Utapau again?
Okay, I knew you were going to ask this. This is, where Obi-Wan kills Grievous.
I know. Yep.
It's that planet. I just think it's a cool planet. I want more of it. So, once they land there, these people are confused. The Inquisitor people, basically. They're confused because they haven't seen, anyone in years.
Yeah.
Because the last person they probably saw was the Republic.
No.
What do you mean?
The last person they saw was Luke Skywalker.
Dude, you can't add the Lego stuff. That's not existing. That doesn't exist.
I'm gonna watch those after this.
So, Han asks the people if there was any fuel left, and they said yes and to follow them. So Han, Chewie, Tobias, and Embo go to see the fuel, okay? So, they go in a room with the leader. What? What do you want? What do you want? We're only on episode 3. He has to go to the bathroom.
It's not number 2, it's number 1. Calm down. Wait, what does number 1 mean?
Pete.
Okay, it's number 1.
Alright, so they go in a room with the leader, and they say they have fuel, and it will cost 25 million credits.
Yeah.
So they look at each other and start putting their money, all their credits together, and to pay the fuel. And they give them the credits, and right before Han grabs the fuel, the leader puts a gun, points it to its head, Han's head, and the doors are locked behind them. Yeah. Meanwhile, back at the ship, the people released the Beast. It's that green iguana thing.
Okay. Yeah. From
Episode 3.
Yeah.
Of Revenge of the Sith.
And
No, I'm not gonna say it because it's not real. It's not real. It's real, but it's not canon. So they released the Beast, to kill the team.
yeah.
And so Boba Fett starts to use his rockets to kill the Beast, but it's not doing anything until Bosk jumps in its mouth and starts to rip it from the inside.
Seems like a Bosk thing.
It really does. And
I have a question.
He'll probably eat like corn.
I was just gonna ask, does Bosk eat anything like corn? That's exactly what I was just gonna ask.
Yeah, he eats the Beast inside like corn.
If you know what that's from, comment down below.
It's from the podcast, but we made that slogan. We made it. Eat them like corn.
You're annoying.
All right, so
By the way, me and Dab are not brothers.
we are. All right, so until I already said that. Meanwhile, back at the room, Embo is tired of this.
Yeah.
And just shoots the leader in the head.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm done, boys. Just. So, Han grabs the fuel. They break out and, shoot people and stuff. They run to the ship, fuel it up, and they leave the planet.
Yeah.
Episode 4. Now, this is the shortest thing I wrote.
Ever.
Because there's not that much I need to say about this. We see the bounty hunter ship in the middle of space.
Yeah.
But it's not moving until it was caught by a tractor beam. By pirates.
Yeah.
So the whole team gets arrested by pirates, and they're thrown in jail. So we learn more about the whole team and stuff and their backstory. So they escape, defeat the pirates. Most of the pirates are defeated. Okay, but I think during this we can have someone go outside of the ship and be cool like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. So Boba Fett blows up the whole ship. And they escape and go into hyperspace. That's episode 4. Because I don't think I needed to write that much. It was just... What'd you just throw? Alright, episode 5.
Episode 4 is a short episode.
I know, it's just filler. Episode 5. The ship is in the middle of hyperspace until it just stops. And we see a huge black hole. Yeah. They have to cross... to be able to go to the Pike's planet. So they have to go to another planet because their ship is not made for a black hole and to withstand it. So they go to Nobian Prime, which is basically the planet where Han Lando plays.
Oh, I thought it was Prime Hydration.
No, it's the planet Lando plays Sabacc on. Okay, so they get there and ask around where they can get the best ship until one person points to a cave. Yeah. And the group walks in and we see Lando. Yeah. So Lando's in my thing. So Han and Lando play Sabacc to try to win the Millennium Falcon. Yeah. Which is the card game, the famous card game in Star Wars. There's a lot of scenes of them playing, and at the very end of the game, Han wins. Yeah. Then Lando is mad and his whole gang and himself pull out guns.
Why do you go to Lando's planet?
To see if there was a good ship there. Okay.
Well, this is a dumb story.
What do you mean?
That's kind of weird, but okay.
So the whole gang start to pull out their guns, and they have a shootout until Aurora Singh runs to the Millennium Falcon and flies it, and the rest of the gang jumps in, and they fly off. Han and Chewie get in the cockpit and fly the Falcon through the black hole because you have to have them in the cockpit driving it, you know?
Yeah.
Alright, so let me see real quick.
I didn't go number 1 before you filmed.
Alright, so the ship gets damaged through the black hole, so that's like it's basically the same ship
Yeah.
from Solo, like the good-looking one.
Yeah.
And then it's the Millennium Falcon we know today. So they the ship gets damaged, and they make it through the other side of the black hole, and they see the Pike's planet. That's the end of episode 5. Episode 6, the last episode. They land on the Pike's planet, and the whole team goes to the main Pike leader, and there's a long scene of them debating how much money they should give the Pikes for the spices. So they pay the Pikes a lot of credits, like a bunch, so for a bunch of crates of spice, okay?
Yeah.
And they start to load the spices into the ship. Then they all walk out and about to go into the ship until Tobias Beckett points a gun to the back of Han's head.
Yeah.
And says, I need all this spice because I work for the pirates.
Yeah.
And I need to give them to them.
Yeah.
Han tries to talk to Tobias and tell him, like, this is a bad idea. Like, don't do this and stuff. Until Dengar just shoots him right in the head. Dengar's just like... So Tobias is dead. Okay?
Wait, didn't he do that to... Oh, never mind.
So, and then Dengar points the gun to Han's head.
Butt cheeks.
No, not butt cheeks. But it points to Han's head, Dengar does,
Yeah.
and it says, you're ditching us? Like Han says that. And Dengar says, wait, what?
We
Oh yeah,
are Venom.
what he means, himself, Bosk, Aurora, seeing Embo, and Boba Fett all ditching him. Okay?
Yeah.
Until suddenly, Boba Fett runs forward, turns around, shoots the roof, and rocks collapse. They're not dead, just saying.
He turned into Bully McGuire.
But they're not dead. The rest of the team,
Yeah.
they're not dead, except for Tobias Beckett. He's actually dead. Yeah. But Boba Fett did you know.
He's like, oh heck no, get me out of here. You got smell
So,
like fire.
in front of them. Him. So, Han and Chewie are relieved and start to, like, say, like, hey, thanks, Boba, and stuff, you know? Until Boba Fett turns around and punches Han. So Boba Fett wanted to get all the credits for the spice. So there is this huge battle scene between Boba Fett and Han Solo, and then Chewie's on Han's side.
Yeah.
Then Han shoots Boba Fett's jetpack, and he falls to the ground, and then Chewie grabs Boba Fett and throws him into a wall of rocks.
Yeah.
So, and, that's how Boba Fett has that dent on his helmet.
Yeah.
That, like, dent right here. That's how he get it. That's how he got it.
Oh, there's actually a story of how he got it.
Well, in this version, this is how he got it.
Okay. I guess that's juicy.
So, Han and Chewie fly the Millennium Falcon, like, get in the Millennium Falcon, flies away, goes through the black hole again, and makes it to Jabba's place.
Yeah.
And he gives him all the spices. They give him, Jabba, all the spices. And Han and Chewie get paid, and they fly off to their next adventure. End. Credits.
Yeah.
So that's the end. Credits roll. I have an end credit scene. We see Jabba open the spice crates, and it's empty. All the crates are empty. Then we see Boba Fett walk in with all the spices of crates, and the spice is there.
Yeah.
So, then we get flashback of Boba Fett telling the Pikes to load fake crates into Han's ship and put the real crates in Boba Fett's ship. But you're probably wondering, what ship does Boba Fett have?
Slave 1. Slave 2.
He found Slave 1.
Yeah, and painted it as Slave 2.
No. found Slave 1
Yeah.
on the planet and took it.
Yeah.
That's how Boba Fett got that ship. Okay?
What about Slave 2?
Slave 2's not a thing. Anyway.
I thought Slave 2 was Boba Fett's ship and Slave 1 was Django's.
No, Slave 1 is Boba Fett's ship.
Oh.
Anyway, and he flies the Slave 1 to Jabba's place, and now Boba is Jabba's right-hand man.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I kind of feel like you repeated the same thing. Gun to head, the Beckett guy, gun to head, got shot, then Dengar, gun to head, got knocked out.
They didn't get knocked out. They just
Get
got
hit
separated.
by boulders.
No, they just got separated.
Okay. I believe you.
So
Can
what'd
we
you
end
think?
this video?
What'd you think?
It was decent.
What? You didn't like it? Look, I made a quick script because I wanted this to be a quick episode because our last episode was almost an hour long. It was only 1 minute away from an hour. This one's decent. 46. Wait. Hold up. 46 minutes. You're about like right here-ish. Maybe over here. This might be the start. This might be the end. One of these two ends. You can see that this video is almost over.
And I just wanted to end this video so I can go number 1.
Alright, Dabbers. Whose pitch is better for Solo? Is it Junior's or is it me?
I kind of like the movie, the real movie, better than yours and mine.
Actually?
No.
Okay.
I like it better than yours.
I added
Headshot.
Utapau.
Yeah!
I added Utapau.
I'm Joshy.
Okay, good. Alright, Dabbers. Me and Junior will check you guys on another Dab 2000 video and another remake podcast. Goodbye, Dabbers.
Goodbye.